Today, I'd like to talk about the importance of consistent questioning. Now, anybody who's been through a sales process will hopefully understand the importance of asking questions to our prospect, to our client, in order to understand how we can best serve them. What I want to talk about today is having consistency in those questions we ask. Now, that might mean bringing consistency to every conversation you have with a new prospect, or it might mean having consistency across a team of people who are doing the selling. Why is that important? Well, if you have a team and you have one person who's selling loads of stuff and another person who's not selling so much, if they're asking completely different questions, it's very difficult to know why one person's being successful where the other one isn't. But even more valuable is over time, as we qualify more prospects, as we have more conversations, if we're using consistent base questions, we can log the responses in a central location. That information, those responses, then turns into data, and we can use that data to learn. Let's say that we sold 10 new services in the last month. We can look at the qualification data that we now have, and we can start to see what the clients who purchased those services have in common. What is it that brings them together? And we can then shift our sales strategies to focus more on that thing, whatever it might be. Equally, if we're losing a group of deals relating to a particular service, we can look at our qualification data and see what they had in common. But more so, if somebody new joins your team, if somebody new joins your business, getting them up to speed with your way of doing things means having that consistent approach. Being able to introduce them to a standard way of doing things is always going to be useful. So I encourage you, if you haven't thought about it before, build a starting set of base questions. They're not the only questions you're going to ask the client. Of course, the conversation can go in different directions, but having a consistent starting point can give you a ton of value.